everyone, welcome back to my channel, Lennox, Justifier of Innocence, created by Zeus and Demeter to save humanity. I am here as the character Josephine, which is Lennox in human form, and this is Mr. Buddy. He is the guard dog sent by the Ultimate Creator. Now before we get started, I wanted to thank those of you who have been following along every week, and I hope that you guys are having an amazing start of your week. For those of you who are new to this channel, this is a fantasy justice channel where superheroes and mythological gods unite in the fight to get justice for the innocent and save humanity, restoring the balance of good and evil. It is designed to allow you to listen like an audiobook or to watch and enjoy the images, the artwork, and the dramatization. Now, we are not actors, but we try to portray the characters in a way that is a little bit more for comedic relief to add some light to the dark subjects. This channel piggybacks off the book series Lennox, Justifier of Innocence, which is available at all major booksellers. Some, if not all the topics, are sensitive in nature. Some of the content might trigger emotional response, so I did want to forewarn you on that. Lennox, the daughter of Zeus and Demeter, is the protagonist that tries to save the world, so you will see her images throughout. Though the majority of the stories are loosely based on real-world occurrences, the characters are all fictitious. The names and the places of where these events happened have been changed in order to protect the identities of those involved, and the justice is carried out in imagination and fantasy. In today's story, we're going to be taking down the Miami Ring, which is going to lead us to getting lists of all the consumers. Now, you want to make sure you stay to the end so that you know what's coming up next in this series and on this channel. I will be asking you to share some thoughts from some patron comments in which I have received. With that said, I shall get started. Enjoy the show. Once they arrived back at the hotel, Josephine immediately called Amalia on video chat to see what she has uncovered. Amalia responded, "This is what I have so far. With the numbers log, I was able to trace back to several unsolved homicide cases, a few self-life harm cases, amongst many who have been through the incarceration system. The list is more complex. Like a web, for each contact, it branches out to more contacts, spreading through the entire East Coast and the Midwest. There's different groups of consumers, all with one main contact person. It's so many," Amalia said. "It will definitely take a while to identify all of them." As Amalia was explaining everything that she has uncovered so far, Josephine's mind began to go off in many directions. She was dissecting the information in order to comprise a plan. "Okay," Josephine responded. "Let's get through tonight. We're heading to the club at 7. The feds are going to raid it, arresting us along with Buster and his guards. They will be taking the girls into custody, get them immediate medical attention, and then have them meet with counselors. We want Buster to believe that we're going down along with him because of his incompetence. The FBI will be able to build a very strong case against Buster and get him to talk with all the information that we have been able to uncover. We have all of the leverage that we need. We are going to link him to those homicides. While he's in custody, I will go as Lennox and unleash his punishment. If he repents, we will get him to cooperate the same way that Jaru now cooperates. Or he will stay in the hell of his own creation He will live the rest of his existence reliving the pain that he caused all those women and all those young girls. His prison will not be his new office like he joked with Ja Rule, but it will be the deepest depths of hell. Lexa looked over at Josephine. "Good," she answered. "Let that monster pay for what he's done. He was not even going to see it coming." Josephine to Amalia, "Once we recover the girls, I'm going to have you start looking for their families. We will work on alleviating their physical and mental pain so that they can live a normal life. Can you have Ogard call me the second the raid is over? We're going to have to gather the crew for when we get back to set up a raid and take down that doctor and his colleagues." As 7 o'clock approached, Josephine and Leska put their game faces on. "You ready?" Josephine said to Leska. "Let's get this monster," Lexa replied. Off to the club they went. They could hear music pumping inside from the parking lot. When they walked in, Boster was sitting there in a chair, drink in hand and a cigar in the other. His security guards were positioned as such, one in the front, one right next to him, and one was guarding the entrance to the backstage where the girls were being held. Boster welcomed them, offering them a drink. "No, thank you," Josephine replied. "I don't drink when I'm conducting such important business." Boster just looked at her. "Oh, I figured we would celebrate the deal," he replied. "It's not done yet," Josephine said. "I still have to see the girls and see if they meet my standards." "I'm sure you'll be pleased," Boster replied. Boster then signaled to the security guard by the backstage to get the ladies. One by one they came out. Josephine walked around each of them, pretending to be inspecting them to see if they met her standards. What she noticed was scars, bruising. She asked if she could see their teeth. It made her so angry to see the evidence of such horrific mistreatment. But Josephine kept her composure. Once all of the ladies were out, Josephine stood in front of them. "Is this all of them?" she asked. Boster answered, "Yes, it is all of them for now, but I can certainly get you more for the next time." "Okay," Josephine replied, stepping off the stage. "Let's talk money." As soon as she said those words, the FBI and SWAT busted through the doors. Everyone hit the floor. Josephine looked over at Boster with her hands behind her head. "What the hell is this shit?" she said. "You're being watched?" "You, shut up," yelled the Fed at Josephine as they slapped cuffs on all of them, dragging them out and throwing them into a black van. Boster yelled at Josephine, "Don't worry, I'm calling my attorney." Josephine just glared at Boster like she wanted him to hurt for getting her caught, and he bought it. Once they arrived at the station, they were separated into 3 interrogation rooms, Boster in one, Josephine, Lexa in another, and the 3 guards were in the other interrogation room. Once the feds came in to speak to Josephine and Lexa to let them know what was going on, Josephine began to tell them about everything that Amalia has been able to uncover so far. After briefing them, Josephine asked them to question him about several names and throw the doctor's name in the mix. "We want to see if he was willing to get in touch with the doctor to set up one of those charity events." The Fed said no problem, they were going to work on it. Josephine then called Ogard, asking him to please get in touch with JoJo to let her know that justice for her and Margie is coming. We'll also need you to get the crew together and prepare them for this next mission. Ogard said he will get right on it. Josephine and Leska stayed in Miami overnight while the feds worked on breaking Boster. If they don't get anywhere, Lennox will get him to comply. So that is going to conclude today's episode. You want to make sure you come back at the end of the week so that you can see Lennox go after Boster and unleash his punishment. Now, what I was saying in the beginning is what I wanted to ask you is I had some patrons say that I should change this channel so that it's open to everyone, including children. As of right now, I've only had it for adults because I feel that it is really up to the parents' discretion to decide whether the content is suitable for children or not. Being that we deal with a lot of true crime events and some awful things that have happened in the world, even though the justice is being carried out and we're trying to restore the balance of good and evil, considering that the subject matter is a little bit on the dark side, I didn't feel that it was appropriate for children. So I just wanted to get your feedback on it. I was going to leave it for adults and just let the parents decide whether it's something that they feel their teenagers should watch or not. So just want to get your thoughts on that. You can email me or put a comment in below and just let me know what you think. So just to give you some update with the book as far as where it stands, right now it is still in the editing process, which should be done soon, and then it's going to be going into publishing. Now I have decided to do self-publishing this time around, just to see and compare that process with the process of going through a publisher. Since a lot of the self-publishing now does global distribution after 90 days, I figured I would give that a try. So I will definitely let you know when the second book is going to be out and complete. I'm thinking probably estimating it to be around 6 months or so, but I will keep you updated as to that. And I am going to want your input as far as the artwork. I have it narrowed down to about 20 pieces of artwork, and I'm going to be putting in 10 pieces of artwork into the storyline, into the book. So I will get you guys feedback on it, see what you guys think, and then we'll go from there. So I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your week. I will see you either Friday or Saturday. I'm going to try to get it out, the second video out, no later than Saturday. So we will see you then. And as always, please take care of yourselves. Go watch Sound of Freedom. Take care of your kids. And God bless.